Hello Knight here, welcome back to my Napoleon Total War campaign. We're playing as Great Britain and we're just going through a phase now where we're actually in winter, I think. We are. I think this denotes attritional areas. So we've got all our armies in towns or major cities. We've just been through trying to sort out our economy. We're besieging the Austrians here in Bucharest. This is their last territory. Once we take this, their game will be over for them. And there's only Russia left. If you can see diplomatically, saying there's only Russia left, there's Austria, which will go in the next turn, or this turn rather. The Ottoman Empire, they've just popped into existence. They rebelled against the Austrians. They're not particularly friendly with us. They're even less friendly with the Russians than the Austrians, but we are going to attack them. We've positioned ourselves in a nice location just off of Istanbul. We've got a couple of stacks here, and we've been through a reorganisation of the army. We've deleted quite a lot of units. I'm now going to go through and sort out the economic development of the rest of our empire. What the basic problem I have is this, just to recap. At the moment we're making 71,000 on trade with Russia. Well, when we invade Russia, that trade will end. That should force them into bankruptcy, but it will push us into near bankruptcy. So what we need to do, actually saying that, I need to go back to some of these regions here and put them into payment. We need to put as many regions as possible into payment. That's the first thing I was going to say. So that will be okay, that can be put into payment. Sweden as well, up here. See if we can put them into payment, and we can, of course. So we're maximising our income. I think we may be able to do stuff like this, to be honest. Let's have a look. No, probably not actually, looking at that. So we'll keep it at normal taxation levels at the moment. But I want to thank one of my subscribers. I think he's a subscriber, or maybe just a regular viewer, a guy called Will Brolly. He's actually pointed out something to me that I was completely unaware of, or something maybe I was aware of but forgotten. I don't think I've ever realised this. There's a button here, just here, change building type. So it prevents the having to destroy something, so I can just go straight over to manufacture. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go around to all the musket places, the various places that we've not actually got in payment. Things like this, we can change that to a manufactory. So I'm going to go through the whole of my economy and have a look at that. So what I'm going to do at the moment, I'm just going to stop recording whilst I do that, because it would be particularly tedious if I just toggle through all these different regions, even things like this. See, this would be a market. There's no point in having a supply warehouse way back here. There's just no point. So I'm going to go through and do that. I'll stop recording at the moment. And then I'll start recording again once we've actually upgraded all of our various towns around our regions. So it's bye for the moment, but I'll be back very shortly. Hello, and we're back. I've gone through and upgraded all those buildings that I needed to. Just as I was going around, I noticed that I can actually get rid of some more troops down here. And get rid of these guys, I think. Oh, we simply don't need these troops that are poor value, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just get rid of these ones as well. So we're trying to reduce our costs down, so we're going to keep maybe these guys. I'm loath to let the Black Watch go. I've got a soft spot for the Black Watch, although they have no experience. And also Scottish Highland Light Infantry will keep them at the moment. This is still very much under control, as you can see. The next phase is to destroy the... Let's just see if we can get rid of anything here, actually. Probably not. Let's have a look. Let's try moving some stuff out. Oh, actually that's still under control, even with just one unit in it. Is that right? Can't believe that. Okay, well these guys can go. Let's disband them. Yeah, that's very much still under control. That's good. About here. Wow, got a load of troops here. Let's try removing some of them, and then we'll see how we go. That's still under control, so let's get rid of these guys. This is all to reduce our costs down so that when we pull the plug on the Russian trade, it basically bankrupts them. This is the idea behind it. We're going to use economic warfare over the whole of the winter period, and in the spring we'll launch an offensive to destroy them. Basically, that's the idea. Lightfoot, we'll get rid of them if we can. Oh gosh, it's still under control. That's really good. Sorry all this fiddling around, it's not particularly edifying, I know. Okay. Let's try moving the whole lot out. See, -4, so it's going to need some of these units in there. All of them, in fact, for the moment. Right, let's get on with the attack on the Austrians to destroy them. And then we'll have one turn where we'll actually keep our trade with the Russians going, and then that'll be the final episode in which we'll actually trade with them, and then we'll destroy them in the spring. Gosh, this looks like a good army actually. It's got Swiss line infantry, 46, 17, 13, 8. 46, 17, 13, 8. So apart from the morale is obviously the low point of these troops. So if we can reduce their morale. They don't have a general with them, it's obviously their problem, but look at this. 6 experience, some of these guys. This one's 38, 18, 14, 6. 38, 18, 14, 6. So it's definitely morale which is their weak point. Let's assault. Quite happy with the way the reinforcing army is going to come on. It should be the last battle we fight against the Austrians. And this will be the end of their empire. It should mean that we can then move on the Russians in the spring, as I've said. We'll move our armies around and replenish, etc. Get into a good position where we can destroy them. Over the winter we can destroy the Ottomans. In fact, within the next couple of turns I would have thought. And we'll be able to do that. Interesting map. Seem to have a town on his left. So it's going to be awkward. So most of our work will be done around the right, but it looks as if the ground rises a bit to the right. Just here, there's a hill by the looks of it. Not much of a hill. As always, really, it's basically flat. It's basically a flat range. Got plenty of artillery. He has good artillery as well. Some of these guys have special abilities, I think. Targeted fire. These have targeted fire. So do these. So these. So do they. And these have quick line shots. So we don't want to use that. That would be a nice. These are using explosive shells. So those guys can be used with targeted fire. Okay, let's open up so we can maybe rake his troops. These are all howitzers, so in theory they'll fire above my guys. I think it's actually delineating between guard units and other types, so we're going to just put them into a line. We don't need to be too clever. I'm going to have to obviously run my cavalry at them as soon as we can. General to the rear, that's the ace in our sleeve, ace up our sleeve rather. Horse guards, light dragoons, dragoon guards. So we've got some pretty tough cavalry, to be honest. I'm going to try and use the town to come through the town. That may shelter us to some extent against his artillery is right at the front. So if we can put our cavalry here, let's group it together. I'm going to run that through the town, as I've said, to try and... What has he got? Uhlans, 32, that's a low. General's up here, Cheval de Leger. General Fusiliers. We need to get some movement out of his guys first, I think. Then we can maybe take advantage of the situation. We do need to move forward, of course. Put them in guard mode. Toggle fire in advance. I've never used toggle fire in advance, to be honest. Right. Boom, boom, boom. See how targeted that fire really is. Now we need to start moving forwards. This will hopefully drag them into range. There we go. And let's move the cav through the town. We need to get some decent shelter. We're doing a pretty good job on them actually. We may be able to take them out without actually... these guys can fire, I think. Yeah, they can certainly reach their artillery. This guy I'm not too sure on. Target shot. How far can he fire? No, he's not actually reaching, to be honest. Let's keep this going. Still got some artillery left, as you can see. Right, let's go over here. Let's run actually, so we can avoid these German Fusiliers. Gotta watch these fences. Doing quite a good job on these troops, to be honest. He's got his cavalry right next to his artillery, so we need to try and get some movement there if we can. Are we getting fired on? 60 of 60, 60 of 60, 60 of 60. Wow, these fences are a bit of a nuisance. Whoa, 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 is there fences there? Come back this way. Push through, push through. Let's take out the artillery. Still hitting some of these fences. Push through, come on lads, push through. This unit's not doing much. We're not really pushing through, are we, to be honest? Whilst they're derping about, we can continue to move forwards. Whilst the cavalry are holding them.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, we need to get the cav out because they're not doing the job that they were supposed to. Well, saying that, they've held up these guys. They haven't been able to position themselves to attack us very effectively. This unit is going to come through here and attack here. Let's go for targeted fire again. Continue to aim for their stuff.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
We need to try and mess this up if we can. Why are those horse guards still there? That's it, break loose. Going to halt these guys once we get in range. I think the artillery are doing a good job on these guys. With the general up centrally. 20 of those guys left. We should be able to get the Dragoon Guards to attack in. my guys coming in from? Oh, right behind. Okay. Let's get these guys to form up here. Let's run them. The artillery to fire on these guys still. I think the artillery's doing a fantastic job actually at the moment. That's all going okay. What's this guy firing over there? He should be firing here. Or here, maybe. Going to lose that regiment for tank. Okay, so we're getting some volleys in on these guys now, and the artillery is doing a pretty damn good job, to be honest. Is there a different projectile we can use to fire on these guys? I don't think there is, to be honest. Wow, that's pretty impressive, that. Let's move. Advancing, keep moving forwards. Okay, they're falling like flies actually there, guys. Okay, they're gone, those guys. We can push through here. I think it's all over. Bring this brigade up to here. The artillery going. It must be pretty much done, to be honest. Oof, it's firing on us. It's firing on us. Is it them? Can't be. It must be our own artillery that's firing. Well, perhaps it's these guys. Right, charge, bayonet. They are kind of going, but a Bremen volunteer regiment coming in from there. Yeah, they're actually rallying, which is a bit disturbing. Watch out for these fences, but if we can get a good charge in on these guys, we should be fine. Boom. These guys over to here.
Glorious
saddle up the artillery.
Is soon to be yours.
Gonna watch these cav. They're very, very kind of like, it's very narrow, this field of fire, this field of action here. Let's go through here. Okay, he's formed up square, so we don't want to be in a square situation. Then these guys can fire on them now. Okie doke. I think the volleys are flying in now, to be honest. I think we've got them pretty much whipped. Boom. Is he charging? He is. I think we just about got into square in time. Save this regiment of light dragoons. I think it's all over. Okay, this is the end of their resistance. There's no point in chasing them down because we've actually got complete control of the situation. They're being besieged, so they will now die. Did we lose any units? We might have lost a unit. I don't know which unit we lost. We lost 463. Killed 200 of our own men. For me, that's not bad. Definitely loot. We need the cash. And that should be the end of them. Settlement looted. Region captured. Oh yes, so that solved all our problems about these rogue armies that are wandering around. Can probably start moving guys around, and let's get rid of some of these guys who are not particularly brilliant. Don't have very high experience. Disband them. Do we get any more generals? No. Another turn we'll be able to get a general. Right, let's just see if we can... These guys to here. Actually, that's under control. I'm amazed. We'll head these guys east. That's going to be the watchword for today. Move east. Still at peace with the Ottomans at the moment. Let's move here. I don't think this is going to help us in the speed of our replenishment at the moment. No, but let's just move them all together so they can support each other anyway. Yeah, we lost a unit. I'm not quite sure what unit we lost. It might have been bog standard infantry, quite possibly. Or cavalry. I think it might be a cavalry unit we lost. But anyway, as you can see, very experienced army now. Well, saying that, the guards don't have very much at the moment. Okay, we're kind of done, I think, this turn. I don't want to declare war on the Russians, or rather trade war on the Russians this turn. We'll leave it for one turn. Just going to check out our agent, keep them moving east. I think I've pretty much queued all the movement, I think. The Russians still have a lot of armies, but they're all in a depleted state. They've all got broken flags. There aren't many that don't have broken flags. We're going to sit by the enemy armies with our, or by the enemy cities. So we've got very good intelligence about what's going on. You can see all over. They've all got broken flags everywhere. Even their ships have. So let's just check out their economy. Let's have a look at Moscow. And let's just see, are they bankrupt? I think it said they were heading for bankrupts. So it's bankrupt's 15. He's recently gone bankrupt. Well, let's just help him along. We'll have one turn. Hopefully the Turks won't do anything. Won't do anything foolish. Like attacking us. That's what I'm getting at. If they attack us, that's stupid, because we'll just completely destroy them. Okay, let's end the turn and see what happens. Okay, so the Russians are doing fairly obtuse kind of work, moving armies around. We don't really know why they're kind of moving in this random kind of direction. Oh, there's an army that hasn't got any attrition. That's in. Oh no, we don't really want that. We don't really want them. Ah, there we go. The AI is just stupid sometimes. Although I suppose it has no chance either way. It has no chance either way, so it doesn't really matter. That's interesting. I think Sicily will be fine. Let's have a look. Okay, it's fine. Let's have a look now. Did they block? They didn't stop trade with us, but we are going to do that. Okay, so we've got 122,000. We could let it build for another turn, but I'm not prepared to do that. I think we need to start destroying their economy as soon as possible, or we can get another general. Just notice that. So where do we need one? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our armies. Actually, probably up here, looking at this. If we extract one unit, and we'll get a general here. And we get another actually in 2 turns time, I think. Or 2 turns time we can get another general. That's good. That'll probably be down here in the south. Actually, looking at that, we've not got much around here, but we're going to hit them from below down here, so we should be fine. For this, so can we actually get by? I'm not sure we can. Got to go all the way around. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's those 3 spies over there. We are replenishing. We've got the whole winter in which to replenish, so I'm not bothered about that at all. Just building up our armies at the moment. Again, let's move the good units in, although saying that most of these are good anyway. So can we get rid of a unit? They've all got 2 experience. I'd rather have this Swiss infantry unit though, to be honest. Sorry guys. Boom. And this guy we shall. There we go. Okay, so that's armed up to strength. We're going to have 4 armies and 3 generals to push up from Bucharest towards Moldavia and Bessarabia. Do we need that spy there? Actually, probably. Let's sit this spy on Kamenets and... Okay, I think we're going to pull the plug on their trade, to be honest. I doubt that he's got much up here, so we're going to hit them from behind, I think. Come the spring. We'll move one of these armies out if we can. See what public order's like when we move it out. 10 turns. What's the money? 400. So it's going to take 12 turns to get the money back. That's 22 turns. So it's just not worth that investment. The game will be over by that in 22 turns. Sorry, let's go back to... It just caught out the corner of my eye there. What? -6. Wow. I don't exempt it. So at the moment, the army isn't going to move until spring anyway. So we'll just keep it here. We can do a garrison job here. Turks decided to attack me, didn't they? Rather silly course of action. -7. So again, same thing here. We are going to build a magistrate there to release these guys, but public order is improving here all the time. Yeah. Okay, but again, there's no urgency about this. We've got probably 10 or 12 turns, I think. I can't even remember how long it is in winter. Don't need this spy here. Let's move him up to here. Don't need to move any more units down. I still think we're going to have enough guys here. Can we land here? Why can we not land here? Perhaps we've got to land here on this beach here. What have we got here? Right, let's... not just an admiral, let's scupper those. Let's bring these guys ashore. Again, let's scupper these guys. No, I don't want to use an admiral. Scupper them. Boom, they're gone. Okay, that's fine, that's all under control. Right, I think we're going to pull the plug on the Russians. And then we'll see how our economy is fixed. Might be some more troops we can get rid of. Let's have a look. Let's move all of them out and see what we need to move back. We only need to keep 1 more in here. So these are pretty good troops, isn't it? It's such a shame to actually be in this situation of destroying guys. Next turn these are actually fine, so in fact all of this could move. Could move the whole lot. I'm going to move it through. I'll move it to here. Going to move it through an attritional area, so we'll be coming down through here, I think. Okay, I say Austria will be fine next turn. It's 20 at the moment, 19 predicted, so we shouldn't get a revolt, I don't think. There's anything marvellous we can build, although see, I don't really want to build any more units to me. I think there's probably some lifeguards and some horse guards. We'll produce them because they're kind of like the icing on the cake, those 3 units. We may have time to get them over to fight, possibly. It's not very likely, to be honest. We do have all winter to actually do this. Right, okay. Let's pull the plug. We're in position to attack here. That'll happen
Your Majesty.
next turn, I think. Do we need any more armies here? I don't know that we do, to be honest. I really don't think that we need any more troops down there. I mean, this is still replenishing anyway. It'll be ready next turn, but we could probably put together a fairly good scratch army. We move here, it might draw these troops out. We've got to watch here, because this guy will probably do a bit of raiding, which is probably going to lose the investment here in the market. Traditional university. Okay. I think I am going to put together a kind of a scratch army, and we're going to send it south. Let's start it on its way.
Any further orders?
Got some more really good troops here, of course. Well, they can't really move. These are the guys. Actually, we can probably do something here, actually. 2 more foot guards. Right, so we need some cav. Boom. That's 1 unit of cav. A little bit short of cav, actually. Has to be from these 2 groups, doesn't it, of troops? What have we got in way of artillery? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we're going to send... what are we going to do? Sorry about this faffing around. It's going to be mainly infantry army. 2 more guys. Let's do this. I think we definitely need at least 2 cav in there. Right, okie doke. Okay, let's invade south. Let's go down to here. See if he intercepts me. He doesn't. There we go. Right, okay, so we're gonna fight this, I think. Or are we? I don't think we need to.
Sound the retreat.
I don't think we need to. Because we've got these 2 armies here. And this one.
Ready and awaiting orders.
This is really in case we lose the battle here against this group of troops. I mean, Azars, these are not... I mean, they're pretty poor, to be honest. They're pretty poor in terms of troop. His artillery is probably his strongest arm. We really want... With an artillery army like that, you really want a decent amount of cavalry. And funny enough, that's the only army that has a reasonable amount of cavalry. Anyway, right, so we're going to do our diplomatic thing. We're going to pull the plug on the Russians. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to cancel the trade agreement, which of course will immediately put us into the red. Let's have a look. There's now not a single penny coming in from trade, although we've got all this. We're not making any money from trade. National summary. Trade income is 0, as you can see. Policies. This will be fine, this go. Ministers. Let's try this. Doesn't normally have much effect. Nope. Okay, so we're still actually in the black, but we also have the ability to get rid of all these trade ships, because then they're not earning us any cash at all. So basically they are costing us money to maintain. So let's just scupper them. Breaks my heart. This will again save us quite a lot of money. I think they're not a tremendous amount to maintain, but they are costing us money, so of course. If you look at some of these ships, 31 upkeep, then it's not a huge amount, but they're just not worth having because they're not giving us any trade whatsoever or adding any income to our situation. Okay, so let me just quickly go around and do this, and then we'll see economically how we're managing, and we'll check out and see how the Russians are managing economically. Hopefully we've pushed them into bankruptcy, and even if we haven't, we would have done a tremendous amount of damage to their economy, and we're starting from a position where we've actually got a much stronger economy, a much stronger capital base that we've already got. Do we need this here? We don't. Nope. We don't need to blockade here. We don't do that. We want to do this. We don't need to block the Mediterranean anymore. There's only the Turks, and they are actually not a real threat to us in naval terms. Okay, we'll be done in a moment, and then we'll probably end the turn. Didn't have so many down this end, to be honest. I think I took some losses when we were playing against the Sicilians, I believe. This ship's here ready to pick up these guys when eventually we can move them out, which will be soon, or actually more likely when we can just get rid of them. And up here, same thing applies here, we can probably move them out soon. Let's get down to here. So you've still got a trade, which is who's that with then? Trade routes, but we're not making any trades. So how has it got 3,300 something? Anyway, that's just crazy. Keep doing that. It's a couple of these selected ships. So we've got a couple more down here, I think. Yeah. That should mean we don't have any overheads in the way of a trade fleet. Let's just check out. So we're getting 7,000 a turn, and we also made that big investment at the beginning of the game when I invested and converted a lot of musketry places into factories and supply centres into banking houses. So I'm fairly confident we're going to be fine. We're not supplying anything. There's no trade, zero income, 105, 98. We've got enough armies, I think, enough fleets to defeat people now. Don't need to have a massive income. That would be nicer to be into double figures, to be honest. Well, we are in double figures, but over 10,000 would be nice. Okay, I think I'll end a turn. Although you want to have a look and see what they're... Don't want to leave you hanging. Let's just have a look and see what's happening up here. Oh, he has been bankrupt. But he isn't bankrupt at the moment. You've recently gone bankrupt, so it's still, maybe it's going to take effect in the next turn. So in that case, I think I've done all the movement I want to do. I think all my guys are... Get rid of this. Can we get rid of these guys? Kills me. Look at these experience on these guys. You just got to go. It's just not worth. It's not worth having them, to be honest. Vienna. Right, these guys are coming down, aren't they? That's fine, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to end the turn so we can see see what happens. So we've got some spy movement to finish off. Okay, I think there was some guy who propagated in Spain, I think, that rake. He was well out of it. Okay, let's see what's happening with the Russians. Hopefully they won't attack me in winter, because they get an advantage in attritional areas. They don't suffer attrition. The attrition they've got now is all economic. It's nothing to do with the winter. They want a trade agreement, so that's no. I'm sure I won't live to rue it. Oh good, that's a complete waste of time, and so is that. Oh, that's even better. Right, okay, so we can't withdraw from this. It's going to be an interesting battle. We've got an army in front of us and an army behind us. So we will fight this in the next episode. The troops are not very good, to be honest, that are coming on, but it'll be an interesting battle, I think, I feel. Okay, thanks for your time watching. I'll be speaking to you very soon. Looking forward to our spring offensive against the Russians. Hopefully they'll be very bankrupt by the time we actually get around to attacking them. We would have weakened them economically. This is just a sideshow, the Ottoman campaign. We've got 2 armies ready to attack Istanbul or Constantinople. And this is really our diversion, to be honest. There are 2,000 troops against us. We even outnumber them. Okay, so take care. Be speaking to you very soon. Bye bye for now.